My name's Emma Saffy Wilson. I am an artist and I also deliver art projects within gallery, education and community settings. I kind of have this thing in my head that I know what sort of art I like, and I'm always constantly surprised by art that I'm quite drawn to or moved by. I suppose for me what I get inspired by when I see artwork is it's about process. There's normally something in museums and galleries for an awful lot of young people. This project is very much about putting those galleries and museums on the radar, enabling them to access those spaces if they so wish to, and maybe removing their preconceived idea of what a museum visit is like. To be able to have such a close working relationship with these museums, this is a very different audience that many museums cater to. And so just to keep getting that constant input from the young people that are visiting the museums is priceless. The sessions are very, very relaxed and informal. That approach to working is so key. Our sessions can be chaotic. They're always fun. Food is always involved. There's a real sort of social aspect of sitting around that table, eating and talking. It means you can slowly start dropping in little seeds of ideas or starting to have conversations with those young people. We're all feeling very relaxed whilst eating. I might have planned a session, and because of what's come up in conversation, it's taken a completely different direction. That's always a positive, it's never a negative. I never walk out and go, oh no, I really wanted to do that with them today, or I really wanted to get this conversation going with them today, and I didn't. Normally what comes out of it is something way more than I imagined. Going back to a young person who possibly doesn't feel wants to engage but is still turning up each week, they're still enjoying it, there's no pressure on them. I feel like there's loads of different success stories, and as I said, some of them are quite big, like a young person organising an event in a museum, to quite big for that young person in the sense that the week before they possibly were disinterested or saying they weren't going to come again, and then they've come that following week and something's happened, something's changed. And to me, they're the little nuggets of success stories when somebody keeps returning. The ones that are really creative, or possibly didn't think they were creative and were really enjoying it. They've learnt a new skill, they're really proud of what they've done. And actually that sense of pride is probably one of the biggest things. When we've had the exhibition of the works at the end of each phase, I mean, I can think of one young person who just didn't want to leave their artwork. You know, they were just so blown away to see it up in the gallery. Staff at the museum opening their doors to us as a group with that sort of trust is just invaluable. The more you spend time in a space and get comfortable, the more likely you are to go and revisit that space. The beauty of this project is, you know, the word special comes up quite a lot, and that we want people to feel special. We want it to feel a nice experience. In every museum we visited with Carefree, we have been treated really well, and that is absolutely key. What stops a lot of people visiting these venues is the cost. If we take that away, then it obviously gives them even more freedom to go into those spaces if they should so wish to. This card will enable access to, at the moment, the 7 cluster museums that are involved in this project, but with a view to it going really quite large. I think that once the culture card has been created and has started to be used, I think more cultural venues are going to want to get involved. It's lovely and really important that this card is available for children and young people accessing Carefree. And there are also a vast amount of other groups who, for whatever reason, are not accessing galleries and museums. It would be really nice for this culture card to be available to other groups that need it.